Welcome, Annie Norman, State Librarian here in Delaware. And you're kind of the woman behind the screen. There's so many cool things going on at all the libraries, activities and offerings that most people would never imagine. I thought I would begin by reading your mission sort of statement. Whatever your passion, you can find it at the library. Today, the library is a place of self-discovery, lifelong learning, technology, and so much more. No matter what subject, you can find it here. Can you elaborate on that? And for people that have maybe been in a cave for the last few years or quarantined, tell us what the library is about.
Well, thank you, Sharon. It's love having this chance to chat with you today. So, of course, these things are at the library, but they're at the library online as well, because in COVID, of course, not everything is available physically. We are finding out what is really essential during this time. And so when the crisis hit and the world was shutting down, we were fortunate to be able to put the registration for library cards online. So anyone can get a library card online for wherever you are, and that provides access to all the ebooks and e-audiobooks, streaming video we have now, and all sorts of resources. So that's free.
You know, Annie, if I may interrupt, I remember a few years ago when the social media craze really, came pounding in and people said, oh, that'll be the end of libraries.
Well, the internet, yeah. Now that the internet's here, do we still need libraries? Well, of course, a big challenge is internet access. So even those who don't have internet access, that was one of the initiatives that my wonderful IT staff undertook. They installed wireless in the parking lots. I mean, we already had it in the libraries, and it kind of bleeds outside of the building a little bit, but they actually purposely put the technology in the parking lots so that people could access that. We're working on getting devices that we can loan, but similar to the schools. I know the schools are, frantically ordering Chromebooks, and everyone's on a wait list. So we're getting that as fast as we can in Wi-Fi so that people can take internet access home with them as well.
And building on that, when you visit one of the fabulous libraries in the state of Delaware, from Sussex all the way up through Newcastle, and I mentioned to you the Route 9 library, you realize that these are community centers. They're innovation centers. It's so much more than books. And you also realize that for many populations, this is it. This is their access to technology and to learning.
Well, and the Route 9 is an innovation center. They also have a wonderful maker space. Many of the libraries also have 3D printing and other tools and toys to play with. That one in particular was especially designed for all the maker equipment and everything. Now, because of COVID, we're looking on developing the external spaces and to see how, just like the restaurants are doing, so that we can provide services externally. So we'll be working on that.
I wanted to ask you, how is that working now? Is everything online, or can you physically mask up and come to one of the facilities?
Most of the libraries are still closed. There's 4 in Sussex County that are allowing people in with restrictions. In some cases, it's time restrictions. But all the libraries have the parking lot wireless. They're all doing curbside checkout, which is super popular. People love getting these bags of books, and they're so grateful for it. And as I said, we're trying to get the devices so people can borrow those as well. So we're finding out what's really essential. We also have lots of online programs. So all the story times that the children love all moved online. And the nice thing is now, if you have a favorite librarian that you like to see, you can see not only that one, but the others around the state. So you get to see all of the
Fabulous.
full youth services librarians. You could be in story times all day long. So.
I was so pleased to learn about the broadband initiative that John Carney announced, our governor announced yesterday, because again, many people, who are blessed with more resources may not realize it's not a level playing field. There are many people in our community, in rural communities, in, urban communities, who don't have access still to technology. And hard to believe when people in households have maybe 6 devices, but it's challenging.
Well, and we can see now that we're at a point now where every individual needs a device and internet access. It's just the way it is. And schools are really challenged with that. And we see our role as probably, because the schools are focused on the students, is to help ensure that all the adults have that. Because I've heard stories where a school librarian was saying they had issued devices for the students, and she saw an adult in their parking lot using one of the students' devices, because everyone needs access.
Of course.
So we need one-to-one across the whole population, and libraries will be helping with that.
Also, libraries now in Delaware are community spaces. There are meetings and discussions. We need to do this more regularly, Annie. Have you on and have you update us. But before I let you go, let's talk about the Dolly Parton Imagination Library. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, well, that was just launched last Monday, a week ago. And so Dolly Parton's Imagination Library is a national or international program where children from birth up to age 5 receive a book in the mail. So if a child is registered when they're born, by the time they start kindergarten, they will have received 60 books for their home library. These are quality books that are selected by a national panel, and it's very, very cost effective. So it costs about $25 per year per child. So that's a total of $125 per child for 5 years. And that's a good trade-off to make sure they have a great head start for their future. And so we were fortunate that Dolly Parton did a cute little video thanking the governor and first lady. And I got to tell you, there's nothing like having a celebrity like Dolly Parton connected with something. Our numbers just shot through the roof. We had about 3,500 children registered. We're over 9,000 now and climbing. So
she's an amazing person with an amazing life story. Actually, if you can shoot me the video, I'll embed it in this story. So for those that missed it, maybe they can catch it again. What would you like people to know just quickly about the libraries if they've kind of been away for a while? How do you access a card online and so forth?
Well, everything that we offer is available from our library portal, which is delawarelibraries.org. So if you go to that portal, you can chat with a librarian live. You can check out ebooks. You can attend a program, programs at libraries throughout the state, anything that catches your interest. And all the resources are available in one-stop shop. And as I said, there's a lot of new things there. During this pandemic, we started not only new and updated ebooks, e-media, but also streaming video, so people can download movies. And there's just lots of content on that site. So please visit and explore.
Wow, Annie Norman, thank you so much for making the time today to speak with me, and I will look forward to checking back with you.
Well, thank you, Sharon. Thank you for helping us to spread the word.
Okie doke. Take care now.